This is a backpack that stores an item when the inventory is full.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Although it can contain only 3 items, you can even put a backpack in a backpack. But since it's a mythic, there is gonna be only one on the map. To get it, you would need to fight a boss that looks like, you guessed it, a backpack. Anyway, to use items from a backpack you would need to throw it and then search it like a chest. Next up, we have a jar. Quite similar to the backpack, the jar is only for picking up the shields with the maximum of 200 like the chug jug. You can drink how much shields you need, and when the jar has an empty space, you can refill it with more shields. Only way to find this mythic is to use a fishing rod on the fishing spots like for the Midas flopper. Anyway, next item is a freezer or a freeze gun. This one shoots lasers like ray gun, but it freezes an opponent for a second while he can still shoot. To get this mythic you would need to break a block of ice that has over 10,000 hit points.
We are ready!
Let's first start with the most basic one. Combining small shield with the big shield we get the thick shield. The thick shield heals you for 100 shields, similar to Chug Jug but without normal health. Speaking of Chug Jug, if we combine it with the Creepin' Cardboard we get the Creepin' Jug, which looks just like a normal Chug Jug but you can hide in it. Next up we have Flopper combined with the Guzzle Juice and we get the Guzzle Flopper. The Guzzle Flopper heals us like a Guzzle Juice, but since it's a fish, it can be obtained by fishing. Shield Mushroom plus Slap Juice on the other hand create a Slapshroom which can be found only on the ground and in vegetable boxes. The Slapshroom heals you for 5 shield and gives you the slap effect for 50 seconds so you can sprint without losing the energy. Also good item for movement would be if we combine Pepper and the Flowberry Fizz, which is Spicy Fizz. It would heal you for total of 100 shield, and instead of Flowberry's low gravity effect, it would increase your speed for 10 seconds. These are all current Fortnite bosses, but what about the Big Dill? He should have a pickle mythic which you can throw to knock back players and even cats like in this situation. This mythic will also deal a 50 damage to anyone that's close to it, so it's not just cheap version of an impulse grenade. Apart from mythic, the Big Dill boss would also need to have a medallion, so I created the pickle medallion that turns you into a small pickle when low on health.
I'm pickle red!
This will make you a very hard target for enemies, and it will let you easily escape from any fight. Although Big Dill is an NPC at the crime city, which doesn't make any sense because he's literally a pickle, his ideal boss location is already on the map under the name Kappa Kappa Factory. This location is the main source of pickles, and that's probably how he even becomes such a massive Fortnite character. Not to forget his insane rap skills, which you'll be able to experience in his Pickle Tour mini events that will happen around the map throughout the season. Anyway, comment down below what boss would you like to have in the game. This is a glider boon. If you have it you'll be able to redeploy your glider after falling a significant amount of height. This will help you to move faster around the map and avoid getting eliminated by the fall damage like Tim the Tat Man in the World Cup qualifier.
I die!
Next up we have an immunity boon. When you eliminate a player, you'll be immune to any damage for 3 seconds, which will get rid of annoying third-party players that just wait for someone to get eliminated. Another good boon would be the Overshield boon that when picked up will grant you plus 50 Overshield that recharges for the rest of the game like in a zero build mode. Alien boon on the other hand will lower the player's gravity, which may or may not be that good if you're not careful enough. However, it's very great for movement, especially when taking the high ground from the sweats.
Well, what about that?
Speaking of movement boons, we have the 0-point boon that grants you a free dash every 30 seconds with the maximum of 3. This is insanely good when jumping into other people's boxes and catching them off guard. This is the invisibility boon, which after you get down to 50 or lower health will make you go invisible for 3 seconds. Although you won't be able to shoot while being invisible, it will still help you to escape, or if you really want to, you can even jump scare an opponent like Freddy Fazbear. Similar boon that will kinda make you go invisible is the smoke boon. This one will grant you a smoke grenade after every elimination so you can use it to hide from the enemy players. Whoops, you've just found the thumbs up boon that reminds you to smash the like button on this video. Anyway, next up we have an ice boon which when picked up will make your feet icy for the rest of the game.
Let's go!
The icy feet will make you move faster, but if you're not careful enough, this happens. Another cool boon for the movement is the speed boon that increases the speed like the pepper. This one is easier to control because your feet aren't slippery, while nitro boon not just makes you go faster, but it will also make you destroy anything in your way for the whole game. These are all the sprites in Fortnite: water, air, and earth. But what about the fire sprite? If you carry it, it would melt down your health, but when you threw it, it would spread the fire and heal you like a campfire if you're near him. Opposite of fire is the ice sprite, which will make your feet icy when you carry it. When thrown, it would create a blizzard like the blizzard grenade that deals damage and slows you down if you're near it.
I don't care.
Void sprite would be a great addition since we already have the void element in the game. This guy would teleport you to the location where you throw it just like the normal void mass. To prevent people from camping in boxes, we should have the poison sprite. The poison sprite, similar to the stink bomb, when you threw it, it would create a stink around it that will slowly damage opponents. That's probably because this sprite isn't taking a bath that often, just like this guy that looks like from a flippin' horror movie. So I recreated the earth sprite by covering a normal sprite with mud, and to encourage players to touch grass I also added a grass on top of his head. This is the golden sprite. When you throw it you will get the gold rush effect, which makes you run and mine faster than Steve from Minecraft. Similar to the golden sprite, chrome sprite would give you chrome effect, which will allow you to turn into chrome blob, but for faster escape from enemies it would be better to just throw the rift sprite. This one would rift anyone that gets closer to it. Comment down below which design do you like more. Anyway, if you're quite noob you should carry gun sprite that will automatically shoot opponents when they get closer to you, similar to the War Machine's auto turret. Oops. I accidentally thrown the like sprite that recommends you to smash the like button on this video. Next up we have a sand sprite. The sand sprite would create sand castle where you can take cover.
Let's go.
This would be perfect for the zero build mode, but for the electric sprite however, I will need your help for his power, so comment your idea for this sprite. This is the storm sprite. When you throw it, it will create a zone bubble that flips the storm, which would be perfect for heal-offs. Speaking of bubbles, we have the bubble sprite that creates a bubble shield around it so it blocks enemy shots. But if you want to reveal enemy's location, similar to Vendetta Flopper, we have the Vendetta sprite. When thrown, it will mark all nearby opponents. And for even better use of it, you should combine it with the smoke sprite that creates smoke around it so players can't see through it. But what about Flashbang sprite? This sprite would temporarily blind players nearby, which will allow you to escape from them. Flowberry sprite could also help you escape because when thrown, you would get the low gravity effect for 10 seconds. And it will also recover you shields like Flowberry Fizz. This is an alien sprite. When thrown, it creates an anti-gravity zone for 30 seconds like an alien nanite. In this zone you can either shoot, build, and even get a low taper fade by a massive sprite. He's just here to drag the meme, but Sweat sprite on the other hand builds 1x1 box made out of metal that helps you cover from the actual sweats. 0 point sprite, although it looks like a football, when thrown, it gives all nearby players the 0 point dash effect to help you move quicker, also as the slap sprite. This one doesn't actually slaps, but it gives you the slap effect, which will instantly regenerate lost energy for 50 seconds, so you don't need to worry about that stamina bar. Another cool movement sprite that should be added is the nitro sprite that gives you nitro effect for 20 seconds. This effect will kinda make you destroy anything in your way. Even a like on this video, so smash it and let me know what sprites would you like to be added to the game.